Welcome back to BadgerandBlade.com. We're already signed in and we're on the profile settings page in our final part of setting up your profile and going through some of the settings, preferences, and so forth. So if you remember in our last session, we ended on paid subscriptions. Now we're going to go into networking. If you click on friends and contacts, basically as you are in the forum and you get more posts and people get to know you, you will have people that will ask to add you to their friends list, and you can do the same for them. You can either add them as a contact or add them as a friend. Now also in this area you will see that you'll have an inbox and sent items. This is if you want to private message one of the members. Let's say that you want to ask advice on something that you don't necessarily want to put in an open thread, you would do so here. You can also track your messages, so the messages that you've sent, the messages in your inbox, as well as any messages that you have forwarded. And you can also edit those folders, so if you have one specific friend that you PM back and forth with more often, you can actually put their own folder. This next section is the subscriptions. We touched lightly on that in the previous video, where once you start subscribing to threads, which we will show you how to do on subsequent videos, they will all show up here. And then we went through the settings and everything else. Okay, so we'll go to the event reminders. Once you get into the event reminders, there is no events being reminded as of right now. Now, as you set up that, you can have events that will remind you of. Now, these can be events that Badger and Blade is sponsoring, or various items that you will see as you get more involved with the forum. Under attachments, these would be any attachments that you do have in your file. This could be photos, this could be documents, or this could even be wiki pages. And that does bring us to the wiki, and the wiki is basically just like Wikipedia on the internet. Now you can actually edit your folders and subscribe to specific wiki pages. Now as a member, and of course we will be going over this in more detail on subsequent videos, you actually can start, and we do recommend having your own wiki page. What it does is allow members to go to your page, see what kind of gear you have, a little bit about yourself, plus you can keep a running compendium of everything that you have. And I will tell you that over a period of time you will acquire some stuff. Mostly wet shaving, but there may be pens and clothing and all kinds of stuff that you can enjoy. You can edit the folders of that wiki page of which subscriptions you do have, and then of course when you go to the preferences you can actually show the default descriptions and the messaging options as far as the wiki is concerned. And then finally, user tagging. Now this is a relatively new portion of Badger and Blade. Now what will happen is if somebody puts the @ sign followed by your avatar name, you will receive a notification, if you so desire, that you've been mentioned in a quote. Now, when you're mentioned in a quote, that allows you to see what somebody else is saying about you. It also allows you to thank that person if they happen to give you kudos for a post that you've made or so forth. Now, you can set your user general settings here, and we won't go into a lot of detail here, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Now, as far as privacy settings, now this is who can see your profile tab, which we will go into in just a few seconds. And then if you set it to everyone, that means everybody can look at your profile, see a little bit about you. And then as far as quotes, everyone can see the quotes that you've made. And you can set up those hashtag descriptions as well. So basically, us older guys call it a pound sign, but now the kids are calling it a hashtag. So you can actually set up hashtags. So if anybody mentions this as a hashtag wet shaving, you would receive notifications of that, and you can set that up as well. So that pretty much takes care of the general settings. So we're going to actually go into the profile section. So just come to the top right, hit the My Profile button, and that will take you to your profile. Now, we will have subsequent videos on how to set this up completely, but what it does is it gives you a quick snapshot of yourself and your avatar, the latest posts that that person has done, because it will have my activity, a little bit about yourself, friends, mentions, and quotes. So it's kind of a landing page for you to kind of see the activity that's going on. So that's it for setting up the profile and settings. We will go back to the main forum page now, and we thank you for watching. And the rest of the videos will be either in part 1, part 2, or part 3 type formats, but a lot of them will be standalone. So please stay tuned for more tutorials from Badger and Blade.